A very good evening to one and all. In this video, we are going to discuss the following: Introduction to Arduino, why one should go for Arduino. As we know, in market, various Arduino boards are present. In that, which Arduino is suitable for freshers or beginners, and which Arduino boards are suitable for experts to develop complex applications. And also in this video, we are going to explore Arduino UNO Learning Board. Introduction to Arduino. It is a basic single board microcontroller. It is designed to make applications, interactive controls, or environments easily adaptive. The hardware consists of an 8-bit microcontroller or a 32-bit Acorn RISC machines, that is ARM. Current models feature things like USB interface, analog inputs, and general purpose input output pins, which allows the user to attach additional boards. The Arduino platform was introduced in the year 2005, and this was designed to provide a cheaper way for students and professionals to create applications that play in the human interface world using sensors, actuators, motors, and other elementary products. It also offers a simple integrated IDE, that is integrated development environment, that runs on regular personal computers and allows users to write programs for Arduino using C or C++. Why one should go for Arduino? Arduino is having a better features compared to other boards in terms of cost, cross-platform. It is simple and clear programming environment. It is open source as well as extensible software. It is open source as well as extensible hardware. We will study these features one by one. Inexpensive. Arduino boards are relatively cheap compared to the other microcontroller platforms. The least expensive version of the Arduino module can be assembled by hand. Cross-platform. The Arduino software runs on Windows, Macintosh OS, as well as on Linux operating systems. Simple, clear programming environment. The Arduino programming environment is easy to use for beginners, and also it is flexible enough for advanced users to take advantage of programming environment to develop complex applications. Open source and extensible software. The Arduino software is published as open source tools. It is available for extension by experienced programmers by developing their own libraries. The language can be expanded through C++ libraries. Open source and extensible hardware. The Arduino is based on Atmega microcontrollers, which is a product of Atmel. Even relatively inexperienced users can build the breadboard version of the module in order to understand how it works and save money. Why Arduino is studied, and we came to know that why we need to use this because of its cost is very less compared to other platforms. It is also run on any platform. It is having a clear programming environment, which means even beginners can easily develop applications. Both hardware as well as software are open source, and also experts can develop their own libraries to extend the software. Now we will study, as we have said, many Arduino boards are present in market. In out of that, which one is better? First one is entry level. It is easy to use and ready to first creative projects. These boards and modules are the best to start learning as well as to play with electronics and coding. Enhanced features: experience the excitement of more complex projects with advanced functionalities or faster performances. Internet of Things: make connected devices easily with IoT, that is Internet of Things, and the World Wide Web. Means we can easily connect devices to internet and also to the world web. Wearable: add smartness to your projects and saving the power of electronics directly to textiles. An introduction to Arduino UNO, and that first one is Arduino UNO. It is a microcontroller board based on the Atmega 328P. This board is having 14 digital input output pins. Out of that, 6 can be used as a pulse width modulation outputs, 6 analog inputs, 16 MHz quartz crystal, and a USB connection, and also a power jack, an in-circuit serial programming header, and a reset button. It can connect to a computer with USB cable or power it with a AC to DC adapter or battery to get started. Arduino Mega 2560, a microcontroller board based on the Atmega 2560. This board is different from Arduino UNO in terms of the hardware as well as functionality. Whereas your UNO was having 14 digital input output pins, and this is having 54 digital input output pins. Out of that, 15 can be used as a pulse width modulation outputs, 16 analog inputs, 4 universal asynchronous reception and transmission hardware serial ports, and a 16 MHz crystal oscillator, a USB connection, a power jack, an in-circuit serial programming header, and a reset button. It is also recommended board for 3D printers and also for robotics projects. Arduino Micro, a microcontroller board based on the Atmega 32U4, featuring a built-in USB which makes the micro recognizable as a mouse or keyboard. It has 20 digital input output pins. Out of that, 7 can be used as a pulse width modulation outputs and 12 as a analog inputs. A 16 MHz crystal oscillator, a micro USB connection, an in-circuit serial programming header, and a reset button. Next one is Arduino MKR 1000. It is based on the Atmel ATSA MW25 Advanced RISC Machines System on Chip, that is ARM SoC, that is part of the Smart Connect family of Atmel wireless devices. This is specifically designed for IoT projects as well as devices related to IoT, that is nothing but sensors as well as actuators. It is composed of 3 main blocks: SAMD21 Cortex M0 plus 32-bit low power ARM MCU, that is Advanced RISC Machine Microcontroller Unit, Wink 1500 low power 2.4 GHz IEEE at the rate 802.11b/g/n Wi-Fi, ECC 508 crypto authentication, and also printed circuit board antenna. PCB antenna is one of the main reasons to use PCB antenna is it reduces overall cost of the radio module. Exploring Arduino UNO learning board. As it is shown in the figure, microcontroller, DC power jack, 16 MHz crystal, USB port, reset button, USB controller, and also if you observe A0 to A5 analog pins, and if you observe right hand side of the figure, we can see that from 0 to again 13 digital pins and many more. So Arduino UNO board contains 14 digital pins on the UNO that can be used as an input or output. As shown in the figure, 6 analog inputs labeled A0 through A5 and each of which provide 10 bits of resolution. That is nothing but 2 to the power 10 is equal to 1024 different values. Serial, pin 0 is for RX and pin 1 is for TX. Here the RX and TX pins stand for receiving and transmitting pins of Arduino used for serial communication. These pins are connected to the corresponding pins of the ATmega 8U2 USB to TTL serial chip. External interrupts, pin 2 and pin 3. These pins can be configured to trigger an interrupt on a low value, a rising or falling edge, or a change in a value. These two pins are responsible for generating interrupts whenever the value is low or there is a rise or falling in an edge, or if there is a value change. Pulse width modulation, that is PWM, pins 3, 5, 6, 9, 10 as well as 11. These provide 8-bit pulse width modulation output. SPI, serial peripheral interface. Pin 10 is serial clock. Pin 11 is master out, slave in. Pin 12 is master in, slave out. Pin 13 is for serial. Pin SPI, pin 10 is for SS, that is slave select. Pin 11 is MOSI, that is master out, slave in. Pin 12 is MISO, that is master in, slave out. And pin 13 is for SCK, that is serial clock. These pins support SPI communication using the SPI library. And here we need to understand MISO, that is master in, slave out, the slave line for sending data to the master. MOSI, master out, slave in, this line is for sending data to the peripherals. SCK, that is serial clock, the clock pulses which synchronize data transmission generated by the master. Whereas SS, slave select, this pin on each device that the master can use to enable and disable specific devices. LED 13, there is a built-in LED driven by digital pin 13. When the pin is high value, the LED is on. If the value of pin is low, it is off. Next one is two-wire interface, that is TWI, A4 or SDA, that is serial data pin, and A5 or SCL, serial clock pin. Support two-wire interface communication using the wire library. The serial clock line is the clock signal which synchronizes the data transfer between the devices on the I2C, that is inter-integrated circuit bus, and it is generated by the master device. I2C is a multi-master bus, which means that multiple chips can be connected to the same bus and each one can act as a master by initiating data transfer. And also the other line is the serial data line which carries the data. Reset, this brings this line low to reset the microcontroller, typically used to add a reset button to shields which block the one on the board. ARF, that is analog reference voltage for the analog inputs. In the next slide, we are going to study how to install Arduino UNO. Thank you.